good, y'all? Let me feeling good and shit. I'm waiting on my mother to get back with the food. I'm working out and shit. I'm good. I'm chilling right now. Hope y'all niggas or some I'm losing my mom. Nah, I'm losing my mom for real, y'all. My fault. I just like lost all train of thought and shit. Like, nah, you could be high off life, my nigga. I'm telling you, you could be high off life. You don't need weed, bro. I've been plenty of times in my life, and plenty of times in general. My whole type of like my life during my life when I was going to school and shit. Man, niggas used to tell me, like, they used to ask me, do I smoke and shit. They used to always ask me, do I smoke, or I'm smacked. Like, I always got a smack personality. I'm high off life, bro. I never smoked a day in my life. That's what's funny about it. Nah, bro, but for me, I got, before I start getting into the thick of this shit, for me start talking my shit, I just want to tell y'all I got my inspiration from the thoughts that just came up and shit. Because I was having an intellectual conversation. I wouldn't really say debate. It was more of a conversation because it wasn't like we was arguing the same thing, but it was just from a different perspective. It wasn't really arguing. We was just actually, feel me, presenting our perspective, basically, on the art of seduction and shit. So, yeah, I got my inspiration from this young... I don't really know her like that to, like... For me, I don't know her name and shit. I just still want to give her a shout out though. It's just, for me, young beautiful lady. Used to go to school with her and shit. It was very mentally stimulating conversation. So shout out her for that. I think her name is Maya or something with Maya in it apparently. But yeah, I'm gonna give her a shout out. But what you call it? Alright, so this video is basically gonna be about the art of seduction, right? Alright, so look. The first thing, and this is just me, for me, because I would consider myself a nigga that knows how to seduce the opposite sex. So I'm just, for me, I'm gonna put y'all on game. This could be for my fellas mostly, because before I even say why, it's like, it's not, I don't want nobody to come in my comments saying I'm being on some sexist shit, because I said this for my fellas mostly, because for any woman or just anybody in general, take yourself up out of the gender and shit and just really look at it for what it is. In society, the women is always going to be the chase. In nature, whatever you want to look at, nature, society, whatever you want to look at, the woman is going to be the chase. The male is going to chase the woman. And that's in most cases. I'm not talking about all the time and shit, because it do be times where women are going to chase a man. But look, I'm just talking about, like, the average. The average nigga in society is going to be chasing the average female. And that's just what it is. For me, because female, like, the niggas be thirsty. And that's just the truth. And then you got now it's even worse than before, because you got simp niggas and shit doing the most, and they just wildin'. So you got thirsty niggas, you got simp niggas, and you just got it be like a middleman, and you got niggas like me, feel me? To be honest with you, I never really had my mind on chasing females, because my mind was always on something else. But females would chase me, seeing that as I wasn't a nigga that would give them the attention that all these thirsty niggas and niggas that was chasing after them would. Or it would just be because other reasons, based on the fact I'm attractive, fashion statements, fashion-wise, whatever other factors play into it. But the art of seduction, once you are talking to a woman, the art of seduction is where it really comes in to see if you close the deal or not, my nigga. That's what's gonna let somebody attract you. Your looks, all that external shit, your energy, the energy you carry yourself with, all that shit about you, that's what's gonna attract the woman. But to really close the deal, it has to be, you have to perform the art of seduction, my nigga. That's just what it is. So yeah, just like the same way, and that's what another thing we touched on too when I was talking to her. most women, if you consider game to be the end result, then you consider that women have more game than men, because like I just told y'all, most of these niggas today, they don't have no self-control. They like, and then just go back to my last video, niggas don't have a strong foundation, so they just be chasing after pussy. Basically, they just be thirsty for the kill, thirsty for the coon. So mostly women in society gonna be the one that's getting chased, and it's just that simple. So when they doing all of that, they putting them in a position where if a woman just comes up to them and offer them some pussy or some shit like that, they gonna take it, my nigga. They gonna take the deal. You know what I mean? Something like that. They gonna take the deal. Cause that's what they wanted anyway. So obviously they gonna take it. Feel me? And depending on any individual man is depending on what the fucking what he's gonna take or not. Like if he perceives the female to be ugly, he not gonna take it. He still might take it. Niggas still be killing bitches that I would perceive as ugly. He might perceive her ugly too, but he still gonna take it to coon, cause it's coon to him. So he just like, there's most niggas in this generation, I'm not even gonna say in the generation, I don't know, most niggas, I don't know, just in my experience, most niggas in the society, coon is coon to them. They gonna take whatever, feel me? If it's dead or if it's on the table, they gonna take it. And most niggas don't have the willpower to resist that, and they wind up cheating, and that's why they can't they can't settle down. They just be out here doing fuck shit. That's why most of the girls today get cheated on and then be like, oh, I'm this because a nigga cheated on me, broke my heart, that, blah, blah, blah. I'm getting no track. That's just like what it is. I'm just breaking out society so you know how it's structured, so you know how the art of seduction comes into play, and why it's important to have it in your arsenal when you're trying to seduce a woman. Because, feel me, like, just acknowledging that, you know that the woman's going to be the chase. In most cases, 9 times out of 10. Most cases. Let me say 7 times out of 10. I don't know. In my case though, because I can't, I'm trying to look at it from like a society perspective, from a lens like of in general. But in my case, most of the time, I actually was the chase for the female. In terms of her approaching me, I don't really be approaching females unless you gotta be outstanding. You gotta have some outstanding ass energy for me to approach you on some shit. Cause I be focused on other shit. I be focused on evolving myself. So I don't really be worried about the opposite gender for me, unless she gotta be beautiful, body right, for me, got some strong ass energy for me to come up to her and be like, yo, can me on some other shit. But alright, so let me get back into the shit. Alright, so the first step, right, is is identifying the target. You gotta like catch a vibe. Like, I know y'all be seeing these niggas on YouTube and shit, and they come up to the female and they kind of scope them out. They kind of look at how they look, and they could like in the environment that they in right now to kind of like make it, and how they like presenting themselves. All of that is like your first judgment on a person in general, and that could be for anything. I'm just saying, all of that is your first judgment on somebody. So all of that come into play when you perceiving how this person might act, react, and just how this person might be in general. How they mind might be like, how they emotional state, just how they whole thing. Like, it's just a first judgment. Like, you know, they say don't read the book by its cover, because it'd be more on the inside of the book, obviously. But your first thing, you have to read the book by its cover, because you have to identify your potential, like a potential target. Like, same way if a nigga got his hoodie up and he like this and shit, and he walking up on you and he got his hands in his coat pocket and all of that, you gonna be like you, that's your first judgment, is that this nigga on, like, he on DT, like he on demon time, like, for me. So you like, you can't let people tell you like not to look at it, not to judge a book by its cover. You can judge the book, but you can't think that that's all that's to the book is the front page. I mean, the front cover page. Obviously, there's more to it. Like, it's more to the reason why he could be like that. He could be hiding from a fucking crazy nigga trying to hunt him down. It could be any reason. But your first thing, and then it could be to preserve your life, whatever, my nigga. But I'm just saying, in this case, it's your first judgment on a person, on a female. In this case, I'm talking to my niggas and shit. It's gonna be like, that's just how it's, that's how you decide what form and method you're gonna use to approach the female with, by you identifying her, like what she could be a hood rat, fucking a Trish, nigga. Feel me? A good girl, what you would call a good girl. I'm saying this. I'm saying good girl with quotation mark because she might appear to be good. For me, you know how they say, clashing in the streets, freaking the sheets type shit. That's what I'm basically getting at. Not only that, but just these girls be ruthless. Like they whole outside be a whole different persona than what's in them. Cause a lot of girls be in the society when they upbringing, they just taught to be fake and carry a lot of fake energy. So whatever she appear might really not be what she is at all inside her mind. Asada, that be for a lot of people. That's why they say people show their true colors and shit. Because a lot of people be wearing fake energy. They just don't be real with themselves. That's not who they is, but they stay trying to pretend to be somebody else. For me, a lot of these bitches be looking up to people who actually don't love themselves enough to be who they are and be true to themselves. So they be fake, and that's what they portraying them, and that's what they indoctrinating their minds to do. They doing the same thing. So that's what they getting indoctrinated to. So that's what they upbringing is. Remember I told you that, a foundation. That's their foundation. So they planting seeds and watering those seeds based off of that shit. Because they didn't never take those seeds out. And that's what's really getting them into, like, create those fake energy and wear that shit like it's real. Same way these bitches be out here getting their body done and doing all that and wearing fake, just amplifying their body in fake ways. Cause it's just not them. It's not natural. That's not their natural them. They just try to modify themselves in all these type of different ways, whether it be mentally, emotionally, physically, especially. Feel me? But yeah, feel me? I'm just, all of this shit connect. That's why every time I touch on another point, I gotta like explain that shit a little bit further so niggas know what I'm hitting on. But so you gotta identify your target and shit. Like the same way. Let me understand this. Like, if one of those them niggas that be in the corner drinking 40s and shit, y'all know what I'm talking about. Feel me? We all in the hood and shit. One of the niggas that is on the corner drinking 40s and shit, and he approached what seemed to be a good girl, and he wants some. And let's say she really is a good girl. Like, feel me? She all about let's say she just more mental up here, or she presents herself as more mental than emotional, or like she in tune with her feminine energy. She not on that masculine shit. So if a nigga come to her and he like, yo, what you call it? He like, you know them niggas drinking 40s and shit on the corner, they gonna be like, yo, ma, you dick, let me holler at you, just pull up over here, let me get your number and shit. She gonna be like, ew, that nigga disgusting. She gonna dip off, cause that's not her type of vibe. That's not what attract her. So that's just already canceling. That's appearing unattractive. But say he come up to, like, I don't really know how, feel me, like I told y'all, from my experience, I like I don't really know how you go approach it, for me, because in this particular, I never thought that far to create that extra persona for the female. Like, I don't know I know what's in their head, but I don't know what's in their head type shit. Like, compare and the girl I'm talking about right now, in this imaginary, historical, I said imaginary historical, pause, time out. And this imaginary, made up situation, I don't really know. But, let's say he approaching her, and he like, not even that nigga, cause that type of nigga in general not attract her. But let's say a nigga that look presentable, and he look like he got some head on him. He look like he got a head on him, and he know how to think. And he approach her, and he say some shit that's gonna catch her mind first and pique her interest. Then she might be, for me, more open to hearing what he gotta say and hearing this Art of Seduction. That's step one. You have to identify the target, and you have to know how to approach them. If you approach them on a type of frequency that they not on, then they gonna dub it, because it's not really what they doing. But instead of a nigga that's drinking 40s and shit on the block, just standing there, smoking cigarettes or whatever, if he approach some hood rat or some trees that's just on that type of frequency that he vibrating on, and just they on his type of mindset, they gonna be more susceptible to hear what he gotta say and type shit. Like, if he approach him, like, let me just put myself in this situation. Let me just say, if I was a nigga on the corner, right? Because I don't know, niggas could be chopped or whatever, that could be another turnover, but I'm just saying, in my situation, because I perceive myself to be an attractive nigga. So if I'm on the corner, I'm drinking 40, I'm smoking this shit, and I pull up on some hood rat or some trees walk by and shit, she looking kind of thick or whatever the case may be. For me, I pull up on her, I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Your shit beefy, or yo, your shit thick. Let me holler at you real quick. Pull up. When I just told her, yo, slide over here, let me talk to you. For me, what's your Facebook, shit like that. She might really slide over here and You feel me? It depending on how I approach it, because that's how she actually, that's the vibe, that's the frequency she on. So she gonna be okay with getting approached like that. She gonna probably, if anything, be more attracted to the fact that I'm approaching her with such strong masculine energy. Some females not gonna want that. They're not gonna, well, they're gonna be like, nah, with that, because niggas be coming on too strong type shit. But some females fuck with that. It's just all about the person. So you gotta identify the target. That's step one. Then step two, you gotta know how to talk to them and hit on that same points that they was talking on. Snoop. You good, Snoop? Oh, almost fell. What the? You good, Snoop? Yeah, hit on those same points that they was talking on. What's up, Snoop? Yeah, hit on those points and shit that niggas was talking on. So yeah. And then, for me, step two would be you actually engaging her. Basically, I'm trying to figure out a way I could put it so niggas can understand. It would be basically you engaging her and knowing how to, basically how to catch her drift type shit. Like I said, it's all about the frequency she emit, like the aura she emit. You gotta know how to read the aura, and you gotta know how to respond to it and give off the same energy, like try to match her energy type shit. Match her energy, she gonna fuck with you. If you're not matching her energy, she not about to be fucking with you. And in general, mostly, and let me just say this, you could seduce somebody without seducing them at all. You don't have to actually do anything to the person directly to seduce somebody. Like, y'all ever seen the movies where they get on them looks, like they look into their soul type shit, and then like they look into their soul, like kind of how I'm looking to this camera, and then they don't even be like directly seducing them or some shit. Or I guess you could say that's direct. That's the only direct thing they doing. Like, they probably go up to a different girl, talk to them, or just walk past that they mans up, get them that little side eye and shit, for me, like this, kind of look at them, for me, and kind of like direct energy towards them and see what they on. And if they smile and shit, you know, you might some girl in the movie, they might smile back and shit. I can't really do it because it's making me laugh. Me think about it, I can't put myself in a female like state of mind because I'm not a female, that's one. And everybody do have feminine and masculine energy, but I can't transition myself fully into her state of consciousness. So I'm not about to do that, try to do that, because I'm gonna fuck myself up. And it's just funny to me, it's making me laugh and shit. But where the fuck my dog go? Oh, alright. But yeah, so, and you might see that, but and he just coming up, like, let's say niggas be trying to flex on their ex, or flex for their ex so they could get them back as type shit. So they start bringing making themselves, just basically elevating themselves as a human being. Feel me? He might look clean, put the drip on and shit. Feel me? He might be just elevating himself, got his hair done, doing all this to basically try to impress her or to try to seduce her without even seducing her for real. That is a part of the art of seduction in itself. Like I told y'all, that's the approach. Like, he not approaching her directly, but he's still approaching her because it's still affecting her. You gotta know how to affect them emotionally without even being able to, and then you could call yourself a true master without even able to, like, really even interact with them directly. You still affecting them. That's how it be. Snoopy, come here. Oh, my foot, like, where the fuck was you running to? You just started full sprinting for what? You good? She wanna go upstairs. I'm about to end this video. I might make a part 2 type shit. I know I was just hitting on it in these points. Feel me? I don't want to make the vid too long type shit. And I'm about to eat anyway. I just want to hit on it. I might make a part 2 for real. I just wanted to like get niggas the broad thing. It's still way too much more into it. I gotta get in depth. I might just have to show y'all in person because I can't. It's like sitting here explaining it. That's all good and shit. But for y'all niggas to really get it and understand it, for me to actually lay the blueprint, the foundation of a module from which to grow from, y'all niggas gotta really see the shit in person. Like, some niggas not auditory learning, so they not even, like, even though they hearing this shit, they not even really processing this shit in their mind at a depth where they could just implement it in their life like that. Now, mind you, I told